This is Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Originally released only in Japan on the Game Boy Advance, the first 3 games in the series were later released internationally on the Nintendo DS. Just as a word of warning, this is a visual novel, so if you don't want to watch a bunch of words and pictures, well, yeah, this isn't for you. Also, you might have noticed, but these parts are fairly long. I don't really want to screw with the pacing, so that's why. Also, as a word of warning, I think we just witnessed a murder, so we're probably gonna have to go to court for this and testify. I wonder what their fourth wall policies are, that might help. Your Honor, I can't testify because I'm not actually in this video game. Also, my cat's sick, so I don't have to do this, right? Oh god, I'm so nervous, I haven't exposited about anything at all. I need somebody to bounce off of, like you. Can I talk about why I'm here and maybe how I know you? I'm pretty sure only murder trials exist in this universe. And only murder trials. Everyone just gets thrown right in jail for robbing a bank or something, but it's all murders up here in the court. I got a job as an attorney just so I could return that favor. It was a hell of a favor, man. Please don't be our client. 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 God damn it, it's our client. Yeah, he kinda did just say that out loud. We might want to go help him before he does something. Am I supposed to say Ugu or something? You're pretty anime back there. Not to say you aren't now, but, you know, yeah, it's the eyes, the sparkling eyes. I really don't want to call a man named Butts Bishi, but, I mean, I kinda have to. I think I'm obligated at this point. Well, it's the guy in the intro. Oh, right. Fourth wall policies, fuck. Well, I guess we're screwed. Damn it, the newspaper said it was him. We've got no case whatsoever. Oh, you know, we're just dealing with the simple death of a human being. My body is doing a thumbs up, but my heart is doing a thumbs down. Well, on the bright side, at least you know those guys aren't the creative types, right? I mean, it couldn't have been difficult to come up with that one. Yeah, he's a good guy at heart if you ignore all the sequels. Yeah, you gotta clear the name Butts. It's got a lot of bad air around it. Okay, you can shoot me for that joke, just FYI. More like the prosecution is a nerd. All in favor of shoving the prosecution into a locker and taking his lunch money, say aye. Murder is a serious charge. Really? Well, would have thought petty theft was the worst, but guess murder's up there too. Should you ever do this? I mean, there's first time in court. Yeah, he can be nervous, but, this kinda seems like, you know, pre-law school. The defendant, it's me! Also me! Alright, let's just answer it. Oh wait, Phoenix forgot completely. Wah, wah. And Mia is already done with this shit. And still done with this shit. And still done with this shit. Yeah, that's a proper reaction. And this is basically our tutorial for the court record, which shows us all the evidence and characters. Please, for the love of God, don't be this much of a fuck-up. Okay, so once we access the court record, we can look up information. We've got this bit of evidence here, which isn't too helpful right now, but we are going to want to remember this information. What we need is here in profiles. Profiles aren't used as evidence in this game, but it's generally useful to know information about each character. Such as the victim right here, who is not named Cinderblock. Unlike Butts, her parents weren't cruel. It's my boss, she's dead! Seriously, did that take you an entire minute to do? Somebody get this Butts guy a different attorney. I don't think this guy's ready at all. Congratulations, you're competent. I'm still not sure if we should be conducting the court case with you in here, to be honest. But we'll go on anyway. I haven't laughed in 15 years, but hey, maybe I will after this court case, right, Phoenix? As Mr. Wright just told us, the answer to question 12 is 39. Mr. Payne, do you know the answer to question 13? Remember, you can look at things. Looking at things may be important. Okay, did you get your degree online or something? 'Cause you are staggeringly bad at being a lawyer at the moment. What's this law thing? I don't quite think I understand this. I mean, yeah, I'm incompetent at everything I do, but then again, I'm not a defense attorney, am I? Wow, you are the rudest prosecutor I've ever seen. I mean, granted, I've only seen the one, but still. Yeah, and the guys in both situations were kinda dicks, so he's really not painting a good picture of himself. Pain? More like pain in the ass. Is no one gonna give me a high five for that one? Hooray, we got new information. Hold on a moment, Judge, I need to look at this passport myself. Yep, that sure is a passport. Alright, thank you for holding off the trial until I looked at that. It was very nice of you. Don't worry, Larry. I also think that's a very stupid term. Wow, rude. Payne, you're kind of a judgmental fuckwad. Yeah. Really probably shouldn't say anything. So please stop running your mouth, Pain. Oh wow. He winced at that? He doesn't even have a comeback? Oh man. He is a terrible prosecutor. Oh dear. This is kinda what we were trying to prevent. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Okay. That's not the most incriminating thing you could say in the middle of a court case, so, we're not completely dead in the water just yet. But yes, it's not looking good. Phoenix has a way of thinking what we're all thinking. Not saying it, though. Oh my god, you are the worst. You are the worst. Well, let's stop him from making an ass of himself. Stop being an idiot. Ah! Who let the howler monkey into the prosecution booth? So basically you just called Larry up so you could needle him about being dumped, didn't you? And certainly he is not the murderer himself. Definitely not. Don't even consider that. No, boy, I never get to call a witness. He was selling newspapers, therefore nobody liked him. Gee, I wonder what the joke name here is. Frank Sod. I bet it was Frank. Frank sounds like a joke name. He also seems to have a problem with keeping his body, neck, and head all properly connected. It's kind of weird like that. You can also look at his profile, just FYI, it's now available. Thank you, Judge, for yet again allowing me to just stop everything in order to look at this man. And information about him, I guess. Testimony. 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 Well, doesn't that just beat all? I didn't go in her apartment, but I knew her phone was working. I had to really reach for it. Thank goodness I can dislocate my arms on a whim. He had the exact same anime hair, I know it. Well, I guess we're screwed. Let's just give up before we even try. I'm not quite sure because I'm old. We can tell from his own flashback. Hold on a minute, Your Honor. I need to look at that. Just gotta check this out for important information. Looking good. Alright, back to the case. Sorry about that. Yeah, what's that? I don't know how I got this job. I don't know anything about it. What is talking? I don't even know how to do that. Phoenix, you are literally the worst. And I do mean to use literally there. I don't think there's anyone ever who is worse than you. At very well, okay, Pain's in the room. Okay, Pain is worse than you are. But that's a very low bar. Remember, you can look at things. Did you get that yet? You can look at things in the court record? Court record! You can touch that! Let me remind you for the 10th time! I think you need to be reminded for the 10th time, you idiots! So, cross-examination sections are probably some of the most important parts of a Phoenix Wright game, or at least they are for the trial segments anyway. Somebody will give an account, and you can either press their individual statements, which is what I'm doing now, or you can present evidence to a statement. Be warned though, if you present the wrong evidence to the wrong statement, you're going to get a penalty, represented by losing an exclamation mark that you'll probably see later. If you get too many penalties, then your client is declared guilty on the spot, and of course, that's a game over. So basically, pressing will either give you a funny bit of dialogue or otherwise useless bit of dialogue, or it might help you find a contradiction. However, generally, you can find the contradiction just by, looking through their basic testimony without having to press. Usually. Sometimes you do have to press, but those are usually times when you can't see contradictions at all. In general, unless anyone notes otherwise, and I don't think anyone will note otherwise, it's generally just a good idea to press. Because if you want to present something, you do have to know exactly what evidence you do have to use whenever you're, presenting. And you also have to have the right line of dialogue. It's usually not too much of a problem, but sometimes it can be a bit confusing what you have to present where, but it's not too bad. Did you check? Did you look very, very closely? Look, you saw the flashbacks, right? There was blood everywhere. Hold it! Who uses the word quailed? Other than the phone. Seriously, Phoenix, you are bad at this. Sometimes pressing is more of a waste of time than anything else and kinda just makes Phoenix look like an idiot, and those are usually my least favorite parts, because from time to time you see a statement like, oh, I could totally use that, I could press into that and get some good information, but then Phoenix will just end up asking something stupid like, what do you mean by it? And it's just like, god damn it, Phoenix, there are like 10 better questions you could have asked there. But I guess it is kind of limited. You can't have Phoenix ask exactly what you're thinking. That would be fairly hard to program, especially on a DS game. You didn't just say, oh hey, there was a murder, can I use a phone? That would probably be most people's first inclination, do that. Most people react to, oh hey, there was a murder. So this is definitely where you want to press, because, and as the game's going to say, that is a very suspicious statement. But I just wanted to make sure, because he is very insistent on 1 o'clock, even though that would be impossible. I'm really suspicious. Oh boy. It's so easy even you could do it. It's so easy even the Howler Monkey over there could do it. Okay, maybe not Pain. Oh yes, I will explain this and not be suspicious at all. Certainly not. You know, the television. That was on during the power outage. Well, that's terribly convenient for you and doesn't sound made up on the spot. I'm willing to accept this. I've got this one, I swear. I've got this cross-examination thing down perfectly. I totally heard. Phoenix asking all the not really hard-hitting questions. They're not even soft-hitting questions, he's just kind of tossing them, like, in the opposite direction of where he's supposed to toss them. He's really not good at this. It could have been on a Mexican whoa-whoa radio. Okay, this time it's a little less explicit. Because it doesn't outright say this is it. Well, it just kind of implies that this is it. So, this time... Yeah, remember that blackout you mentioned? You remember that? Hasn't really disappeared. I don't think it could be at the back of anybody's mind. It's fairly obvious and easy to remember. Well, this whole thing's falling apart, but I can make something else up, I swear. I can get away with that statement, right? You don't say, Your Honor. What, you mean the part where he's just moving his body back and forth? No, he does that all the time. I'm still shocked about that, I swear. It was aliens! There was? But the murder weapon was a statue. Anybody else find that suspicious? Anybody? Just me? Nobody else is gonna mention that? No? I guess I have to call out everything. Look, I'm only pressing you on these because I want to hear this song a bit more. It's like a 10-second song, but hey, it's catchy. See, we're all confused about this, and I'm the only one mentioning this. Gee, I wonder what the contradiction here could be. Could it be something about the fact that he knows that the murder weapon was Glock, even though we've never heard about that? Yeah, I'm thinking that's probably what it is. Hey, idiots! You just gave yourself away. They were actually good buddies. No need to wig out. This isn't going to make it any less of a hairy situation for you. Well, if that ain't suspicious, I don't know what is. Cram it, nerd. Yeah, I'm really bad at this. I bet the batteries have something to do with this. Everybody get your ears really close. Just everybody huddle up. Oh shit, he's got a point. My god, he's doing Payne's job better than Payne. You should be a prosecutor. I mean, you're a murderer, so you can't, but, you know, you'd be a better one than Payne. Come on, there's something else we can do. Right? Oh. Look, my testimony was full of holes and I kinda had a breakdown in the middle of court, but that only means I'm suspicious. It doesn't necessarily mean I killed anyone. Thank you, Mia. And the only competent one in the room saves the day. Do it for once in your life, please. You were doing so well with this thinking thing like 5 minutes ago. Just continue having a train of thought. Indeed, we might not be able to prove that it was running 3 hours slow. But of course, we can use our good old friend, time zones! Generations of the Sod family working tirelessly to improve their reputation, to earn credibility, to find their place in the world, all ruined by Phoenix's joke. I'm fairly certain we all thought Mr. Larry Butts had done it. I mean, he is pretty damn suspicious. And from someone as dumb as you as well. Yeah, I'm pretty badass. Release the not guilty confetti! Who'd have thunk it? Might as well explain the entire plot since we don't actually get to see it in the court itself. I still can't believe you didn't know what you were even doing in there, Phoenix. Except when I had to fight them for you. But I only did that a little bit. Multiple times. Yep, he must be pretty kawaii right now? Are you sure he's not happy? He is doing the anime eyes. Okay, he seems pretty unhappy. But senpai... A little judgmental, aren't we, Phoenix? Yeah, hairy butts, get it? Oh man, that sure would be a hilarious run-on joke, but that'll never happen. Oh boy, a murder weapon, my favorite. Oh, okay, so it's only like a murder weapon. Okay, then. Yeah, after all, she couldn't have been dating you for money, so it must have been for your well, she probably did like you. Look, I don't want to sympathize with you. I'm just trying really hard to, alright? Well, it could only be the Thinker statue, couldn't it?
Take that!
I'm so grateful that I'm not being thrown in jail and probably executed right now. I hope you see the importance of doing your fucking job, you moron. This is getting really weirdly philosophical. Look, he doesn't have the basics of being a defense attorney. I don't really think Phoenix is gonna get this. It's good to have friends so you don't get framed for the murder of your own girlfriend. Next time on Phoenix Wright, we take on the second trial. Turnabout Sisters.